Hey guys, so I created a guide for complete beginners on how to use crystals. Although if you have some basic knowledge on crystals, it will also be very useful for you because I go into the more advanced and in-depth topics of using crystals in the guide as well. By the end of it, you should be a crystal witch or a wizard. You should feel very confident about the topic of crystals. You should know which ones you need to buy, which ones you need to practice with, how to practice with them, how to use them for healing, how to use them to manifest your dreams, what the purpose is and how their healing powers and how their magic can really change one's life. So I focus on 5 main ways on how to use crystals. So energy healing, which is also to do with your emotions, physical healing, meditation with crystals, using crystals to clean your space, and how to manifest with crystals. Regardless of whether you knew or already familiar with these topics, I go into all the basics and I explain everything, the why, the how, the what, all the basics. You won't be left in the dark. I explain everything in really simple terms and I don't use any jargon or complex terms or any weird language. It's all written in English, so it's all written basically from a beginner's point of view because I know how confusing it can be when you're new to crystals and when you're looking at Google search and the results are just mind-blowing and there's so much you can click on and so many search results, so many articles, so many books to buy, and you just like which one do I buy? This guide. No, but seriously, I did a little bit of research before creating this guide and I wanted to find one book, one guide that answered everything that I wanted to know about crystals, and I couldn't. This is why I created this guide, because, you know, instead of going into 5 or 6 different books or 5 or 6 different websites just to find the information that you want to find, I've included everything in this guide, from all the basics of what crystals are, the ancient history of using crystals, to how to use them for your own benefit and why should you be using crystals, how do you use crystals, all the sort of basic questions when it comes to crystals really. The guide is 80 pages long and it's all crystals content, so a lot of educational things for you to read and learn about crystals. There are also notes sections throughout, so you can make your own notes. There are also exercises and tasks for you to do, which I encourage you to do because it will really help you gain a better understanding of crystals and how they work, how they can benefit you, how you should best use them, because everyone's different and everyone might have a different way of using their crystals. So the more you use them, the more you practice, the more likely you are to find a way of using crystals that works best for you. The guide also comes with 9 printouts, so you get 9 cards that you can print out and use however you like. You can laminate them, stick them on your walls, however you wish to use them. I also go into one of the main topics in crystals, which is using crystals with your chakras. If you don't know what chakras are, don't worry, I explain it all in basic terms in the guide and how crystals come into your chakras, because when you start learning about chakras and crystals, it does actually make sense because it's all about energy healing and chakras are energy portals in your body, which I do explain in the guide, so don't worry about the weird terminology that you're listening to right now. I also go into how to set intentions for your crystals, where to buy them, how to clean them. I included a starter checklist, so if you're not sure which crystals to start with, just to have a bit of a practice. So I really do recommend that you try all the exercises. Hopefully you find this very useful. It's very educational and I hope you enjoy it.